This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. One of the things I try to do on this channel is show you repetition when I'm getting triggered by seeing repetition and patterns over and over again. And of course, you can interpret it how you want to interpret it. But recently, I've been seeing a lot of predictive programming revolving around the rapture. Now, some of this stuff will be blatantly obvious, while others are more subtle in their ways of showing this. You know, the Kanye West stuff and his music videos, which he's doing over and over and over again, are pretty blatantly obvious that he's referencing the rapture. And then you have things mixed in like the movie Nope that is coming out, which will use alien deception as well. And I'll get into all that in a minute. I want to show you these clips. And of course, this is referencing scripture. This is referencing Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 15 through 17. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God. And the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Now, here are some of the clips. This is Kanye West. It's the movie Nope, which is coming out this summer. It's videos from people like The Weeknd, concerts from people like Ed Sheeran or Shireen, whatever his name is, her name is, Lil Nas X, all of them showing you the levitation into the sky, referencing the rapture.
Oh, went off the rail, had go down, down, down. This a new town, town, town. This a new 10, 10, 10. Pray for new life, pray for new breath. Pray by, know that we blessed. Say my. Size on a nigga who's down, your nigga, you're fried, just fit my nick, my nick. We took the long way round.
So it's pretty obvious to see what's going on, especially in these videos. Now, of course, you could look at them from different perspectives. You could look at it and say it's predictive programming. You could look at it and say that it's mockery, right? We know that they constantly mock Christians. All of this stuff with Kanye West and Donda is all a mockery of Christians, calling this a church, calling himself and replacing himself in the Bible with his name instead of God's name. This is all blasphemous trash, which is what you would expect from these lowlifes who believe that they're Egyptian gods born again and that they're gods amongst us. That's what these people actually believe. Kanye West, of course, is playing the role of this guy who's gone completely insane, just so happens to be Christian, right? And then he's doing all these threats to his ex-wife, right? And this is making people more and more detest Christianity. That's the whole point of this charade that he's putting on. But when it comes to the rapture, if you look at it from this perspective of predictive programming, there's a lot of us who have studied a lot of the things that they've been talking about over the years with Project Bluebeam. Well, there's a lot of people, including myself, who believe that very well what they could be doing, of course, with a fake alien deception is using it as a way to deceive the masses for a potential rapture occurring. So in other words, if Christians are raptured out, they would use an alien deception to explain what happened, because the last thing they can ever allow to happen is people to realize that God is real and the scriptures are real. Because if that happens, then more people wake up and find God. That's why they've created this illusion around us in this world, this illusion of science, this illusion of evolution. This stuff is all just make-believe nonsense that they've created, but they use that to lead people away from God. And now we look at the world, this fallen world that we live in today, and we can see exactly why and what they were doing. Because we see how many people have turned their backs on God. We see how many people haven't even just turned their backs on God, have no interest in God, have no interest in the scriptures, that think science and what they were taught in school and their mind control programming is the way that the world is. And they don't realize that they've been deceived big time. The biggest possible deception that could ever have been created. Tricking the world that God doesn't exist. Convincing them that God doesn't exist. Convincing them that they were born out of evolution, that science is real, that none of this stuff is actually going on. They actually believe that aliens are real. They believe aliens are real because they've seen it so many times in the movies and they've been told that there's secret documents that the government is hiding, yet they don't believe in the existence of God. So the rapture, of course, can be deceived upon the people by telling them that some type of alien activity occurred. And maybe possibly with the predictive programming here that we're seeing, that's exactly what they could have planned. They're obviously not showing you the rapture because they want people to watch these videos and then suddenly find God. That's the last thing they want anyone to possibly do. But remember, with sigil magic, we know how they operate. They tell you what's going to happen ahead of time. This is also programming people, right? This is programming people for when something like this occurs to be desensitized from it, right? They be completely desensitized because they've been seeing it over and over and over. And these are just a few videos. Current videos, new things. You know, I saw the commercial for Nope during the Super Bowl. It was the first thing I thought of. Okay, so now they're going to do alien deception like this, where it almost looks like a rapturing, where people are just flying into the sky. And these aren't the first ones. There's obviously been shows and movies that have referenced this with aliens in the past, but they're all popping up again. The fact that Kanye West has 2 music videos that come out within a month, and both of them are featured around the rapture. The fact that he did his Donda concert and he's levitating into the sky being raptured, and so are the people in his, performance that he's doing. Okay, these are all things that are being done deliberately. The question is it deliberately to deceive the masses into a fake deception, or is this sigil magic at work where they're letting you know ahead of time that something is coming? I don't know. That's for you to interpret. But I'm seeing the signs and the patterns of it all over the place. Because every time I'm looking at any of this stuff, boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Right? You got Lil Nas X, the guy's doing a video about Montero. He's giving lap dances to the Baphomet, rubbing his disgusting body all over the Baphomet. And then a few videos later, what's he doing? Well, he's referencing the rapture. He's levitating into the sky above the clouds. Interesting? Coincidental? I think not. These people know exactly what's going on. They know more about what's going on than actual Christians do here on earth, because most Christians are too caught up in arguing with other Christians, or are too caught up in their own lives, or being lukewarm in their walk. These people, these Satanists, they are obsessed with God and the devil. They worship every single step that Satan guides them on in this journey that they've been on of self-worship and satanic worship, which they're trying to lead the masses to do the same. And they've done a pretty good job of it, because if you look around, all you see are lost, soulless, cold-hearted people in today's world. And why? Because they've created this. This has been manufactured by the New World Order. It's been manufactured by the Hollywood celebrities, creating division amongst us, left and right, black and white, men and female, and it goes on and on and on. Where if you aren't on the same page as somebody, they're your enemy now. And people have just grown so cold with one another. And that's all been manufactured and engineered by these people. So that's a bunch of the predictive programming put in order there from things that have just recently come out. Now, The Weeknd, that might be a little bit older. You could even see the Ed Sheeran concert there. There were demons being shown on the screen during that clip, and then they show people, flying into the sky in person, and then on the background screen, on the video screen, people being raptured into the sky. I mean, it's all over the place if you actually look. I know most of us, when we watch this stuff, you look for signs and symbols. You see the signs, you see the pyramids. They don't hide any of that stuff. The magic circles, holding the symbols over their eyes. They flaunt it at us. But there's also subliminal programming with this, because it is everywhere. And they're not just going, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if people started flying into the sky? Because we see it so much. Just like we see fallen angel deception in all these videos, right? I've covered Billie Eilish falling into the black goo. Of course, we have the black goo predictive programming too. But rapture programming is all over the place right now. So I thought I'd make you aware of it, because I'm seeing it all over the place. Not just with Kanye West, which is the obvious, but also with some of these other films. And of course, the film Nope, like I mentioned, they're using the alien deception. They even show an alien reach out under the sheets So it's going to be some type of alienish movie where, aliens have come down and they've taken people and their people are just disappearing. It's very much a coincidence? I think not. I think not. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This isn't something I'm doing to try to stir up debate. I know people want to get into debate about where we are in times. That's not the point. The point is that you can't deny that they're showing this over and over again. And the question is, are they leading for the deception here? Which, of course, we know is coming. A deception will come because anything ever happens and a rapture occurs this day and age anytime soon, they already have a plan in place to deceive people about it. They would never, ever let them think that it was actually God or that Bible was real, because these people, their heads would explode. They would turn to God so fast, it would be an amazing thing. But they won't do that because these people are covering up God's existence. That's what they've been doing for a long time, and that's what they plan on continuing to do. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I had just been noticing this all over the place, so I wanted to cover it, especially with the Kanye West video, which I covered last month on my old, now murdered channel, Heaven and Hell, where he was showing that, blatantly, obviously showing it. I mean, he wasn't even saying that it wasn't that. And then again, he comes out with a new music video this week, Hurricane, and he's showing the same thing, people levitating into the sky, being raptured away. Pretty crazy stuff.